So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Bonham Kiko's. This is Josh. I want to give you guys a little update how the goats are doing. We are in the dog days of summer. It's hot out. It's staying in the high 90s, 98 degrees, and just want to go over a few things that we do in the summertime with our goats. We're trying to get them back into a breeding condition because it's not but maybe about a month out, and we'll be putting our bucks back in. So let's go over here, let's look at the goats, and we'll talk about them. So usually about every other day I like to put fresh water out, and it's important to keep good, clean, fresh water out for your animals. I just filled this one up today. Got a little bit of grass in there when I mowed the yard, but like to keep good fresh water for the goats. And here are the goats right now. They're kind of lounging in the shade. Still pretty hot. It's late in the afternoon. It's around 5 o'clock right now. So here they are. I got a few Doelings that I'm keeping, and this mama right here, show you a little clip. About a month and a half ago, she had some twin babies, 2 Doelings. But most of all the Doelings that I raised, I've sold, except for a couple. Here's a nice one right here. Her and a couple other ones are only 2 left that are leaving, and she turned out to be a nice little Doeling. I like that blue color on her. But most of these goats over here are most of my New Zealands. I have another pasture north of town, and I've got some purebreds and a couple commercial on it. And I took Mo, my big white dog. Here's Miley. She stayed here. She stayed here with this group. And most of these are my New Zealands, and I pulled the kids off of them for about a month and a half, 2 months, and I just now let the kids come back because the nannies have all dried up, and I'm getting these girls ready for breeding season. Like I said, breeding season, we'll probably start breeding mid-August. So let's go over here and we'll check out the little calf Bud. Subscriber named him Bud, so we'll go over here and check him out. He's doing good. He's a little steer calf. He thinks he's a goat, actually. He stays with them most of the time, but he was a twin, and the farmer that found him didn't really know that he was left behind, and my dad got him, and my dad and my stepmom, they bottle fed him, and then they give him to us for us to raise up. But here he is. He's doing good. And then I want to go over to my uncle's house. We've got, I think, 18 or so that we've kept back to retain our herd. So let's go over and check them out. All right, so with all this hot summer weather going on, we've had some good rain, but it's kind of starting to dry up now. We had a little shower yesterday, but as you can see, we got all of our hay rolled, cut and put up. All this come off our place. My uncle, he has plenty of land that we get to use it for hay meadows. So this has been fertilized. It was cut, raked, and then rolled, and we got all this. I think that made like 35 something rows, so it's going to be plenty of good hay for us for the winter time. But I want to come over here and show you guys this pasture that we got our Doelings in. And these are all born this year. All but 4 were born here and out of our bucks. We picked up 4 from a guy that's close to here that raises Kikos. And let's go over here and check these girls out. Alright, so they're all out here grazing on this little hillside over here. But all these were born this year. There's some homegrown, registered, couple commercials in here. But most of these are New Zealand's. And I just wanted to give you guys a look at them. These are the ones that we're retaining to keep in our herd. These darker color ones back here, there's 3 of them right here, and they come off another Kiko breeder close to us. And look at the size on that Doeling right there. Long body, good chest. Most of these out here, these brown ones, like these 2 and this one right here, that one right there, most of them come out of our BT buck, our New Zealand BT buck. They made some nice Doelings. The lighter white colored ones come out of our Patron buck. So between my uncle and I, we retained about 25 Doelings. He retained more than I did, but we retained them to get them registered, grow out our own name, our own prefix on our own registration, and see what these homegrown does are going to do. So far, so good. They've all been uniform. They're all ranging about the same size. Some are a little bigger, some are just a tad bit smaller, but everything is pretty much the same. They all look the same. They've all kind of got that same type frame we want on them, long, leggy, got a chest on them, and that's what we're looking for in replacements for our herd. But so far so good. We're satisfied with them, and we like what they're doing. So right now what we're doing is we're kind of getting our mature does ready for breeding season. Like I said, it's July the 23rd, so we're looking at like a month away. Right now, it being so hot, what we'll try to do is fence line tease these bucks, put these bucks right next to the older does, and then we'll try to get them in, and then we'll cut them in late August, 1st of September, and that's kind of what we'll do when it comes to breeding. But I just want to give you guys a look at these does that we got, these Doelings that we have and that we're keeping for the herd, and just kind of show you guys, give you an update of what's been going on. Here's a couple more little Doelings that were kind of up here in the shade hanging out. And then he did get a new pup. Pretty good little pup. He's a Akbash. There's the Anatolians. So here's most of his mature, grown does. That's the one picked up from Indiana. Never been bred, yearling. Gonna get bred this year. A couple of late born kids. A couple of these does right here we'll be consigning to a sale, the Oklahoma Hills Invitational sale, and this one right here this yearling right here. She's moving around. We consign this. We're going to be consigning this yearling to that special cell. She's pretty nice for a yearling. There's 2 of those yearlings that will consign to the cell, and here's the other one. But his herd's looking good too. Like I said, we're kind of preparing for breeding season, and just getting them all, get the kids weaned off, getting them dried up, getting them ready to go. I'll show you our buck BT, and we got adding another addition to the farm, but we'll discuss that in a later video. But them 2 that are going to the Oklahoma Hill cell, them are 2 really nice ones that we kept back from. They're almost they're 1.5 years old, so we kept them back, and they're 2 of the best ones that we had, so we want to put some of our best in the cell. Here's BT. He's probably getting ready for him some girls here pretty soon, but the camera don't do him no justice. He is a great big buck. He's what most of our kids are out of. He throws lots of color on them, lots of size. Parasite resistant. He's got a good frame on him. He's got good bone, good leg on him. He's got a good chest on him, and so far we're pleased with him. He weighs over 220. Haven't put him on a scale in a while. But I just want to give you guys an update of what's been going on around here, kind of what we got coming up. Like I said, got a new addition we're adding to the farm. Stay tuned for that. And we're going to be taking some of these does to a special Kiko cell. We'll be documenting that. And we've just been kind of trying to make it through these hot summer days. It's hot out here. These goats are hot. We're keeping fresh water out. They got plenty of grass. We've been rotating pastures, and I just want to show you guys some Doelings that we retained to the herd, and just give you guys a farm update. But y'all stay tuned with us. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. We do all kinds of stuff with goats, Kiko goats, and as always, we'll catch you guys on the next one.